Hello there, and in this video, we're going to talk about the one thing you need to give up to get the relationship that you really want. Hello there, Matt Shaffer, your dating, empowerment, and relationship coach, and I'm here to talk to you today about one thing that you can give up right now in your dating life, in your relationship life, at any stage of your connection with men. One thing that you can give up that will make you so much more magnetic, so much more dynamic, and so much more present with men in your life. It's going to give your relationships and your connections a lot better chance to succeed out there in the world, okay? But before we do that, take a second, hit that little subscribe button, hit the like button. I'm always uploading new videos, and I'd love to have you as part of the tribe. And so now let's dive into this, because this is a topic that I get into all the time with my clients. I feel like at least 30 to 40% of the time, I'm helping my clients release this one thing in order for them to become more powerful, more empowered, and more free in their connections with men. So let's dig into it. So the one thing it's so important for you to give up in order to have the relationship that you want and the relationship that you're worthy of is your outcome dependence. And what do I mean by that? Well, it's really simple, because outcome dependence is when we get attached to any given situation, whether it be a date or a relationship or a connection. We get attached to it turning out a certain way. We get attached to a result that we're looking to create from that experience. And I know women have a tendency to really do this when it comes to relationship, right? They are investing time and energy in a person or in a date or an experience. And because of that, they want a return on that investment. They want to invest time and energy in a person so they can have that relationship. And a lot of times that leads to attachment that can really hold them back, because sometimes a person isn't meant to be in your life for a long period of time. Sometimes he's just meant to come into your life for a little while. There's a saying that I love to use with my clients around this, is that people come into your life for a reason, a season, or a lifetime. And where I think a lot of suffering comes from in relationship is when we get attached to it being a lifetime, when it's just supposed to be a season, or we get attached to it being a season. We want it to be a season when they're just coming into your life to teach you a reason. Maybe they're only in your life to teach you what kind of man you're not supposed to be with. I know a lot of women that I've coached and a lot of women I've known, they're determined to make a relationship work with a man that is clearly not in alignment with what they actually want to create and who they actually are. So really look at your attachment patterns when it comes to men in your life, when it comes to relationships in your life. Do you practice outcome dependence? Do you have a tendency to be like, you know what, I want this result, and I'm going to do whatever it takes to get it? Because I want you to ask yourself, what energy do you think you're bringing into the relational container when you get very outcome dependent, when you get very results oriented with your relationship? You're right, masculine energy. So you do not want to get into that masculine space and start really pushing for a given result, because it's going to depolarize the relationship. It's going to make the man feel like sometimes maybe he's just a means to an end, and it may keep you in a relationship that's not supportive of you and can even be kind of toxic for you. So I invite you to look back at your past relationships and look at your present one and ask yourself, am I practicing outcome dependence? When I go out on dates, am I committed to this date going well and me getting a second date? Maybe that date isn't meant to lead to a second date. Maybe it's just meant to teach you a valuable lesson. Or maybe if you've been dating a guy for a few months, maybe that doesn't mean that he's supposed to be your soulmate or the guy you're supposed to spend the rest of your life with. Ask yourself, what is the lesson that I'm meant to get from this experience, that I'm meant to get from this relationship? And who am I to try to control this person's behavior or control the type of commitment that they're ready for? We have fundamentally no control over that. And when we operate from outcome dependence, we're basically saying, I believe that I can control this person. I believe that I can control this situation. And it's a fantasy that sets us up for disappointment and sets us up for frustration. Because here's the thing, if you can release outcome dependence. It's actually very liberating and allows you to be more present, more dynamic, more connected to your partner. And it's actually going to give you the best chance of achieving that result that you want. So get out there, practice conscious release of outcome dependence. Give that up and just allow yourself to be present, be free, be dynamic, be connected when you are with your partner, when you're with a relationship, and just stand in your power and allow whatever your situation is to be the learning and expansive experience that it was meant to be. And let me know how that goes. Let me know in the comments. And if you enjoyed this video, take a second, hit that little subscribe button, and I will see you next time on my YouTube channel. Bye-bye.